Yes.
Okay. I would like to say thank you, Dr. Jenner, for giving me the opportunity to present my speech over YouTube. My dream business that I chose was Hong Kong, and I'm going to begin talking about the technological advancement and the infrastructure of Hong Kong, and I'm going to be comparing that to the United States. Hong Kong has an outstanding infrastructure, much like the United States, which meets its population's requirements and gives to the effectiveness and the growth of the country. Hong Kong has a highly developed land, sea, and air transport and communication system. The United States and Hong Kong are very similar as far as infrastructure. We have metro rails, we have cars, we have airplanes, jets. The infrastructure in Hong Kong and the U.S. are very similar. The railway system is one of the most resourceful systems of the world and is linked to Chinese railways via the Kowloon Peninsula. The structure of 3 new lines began in 1998, and in 2000 the Hong Kong government hinted at a vast project to build more than 6 lines. They're trying to really build up their rail trafficking in Hong Kong, as well as the rest of the region. The sea communications are fundamental for the people of Hong Kong, both for trade and for daily life. There are at least 5 essential ferry companies providing daily service where the residents live and work. Hong Kong is a key port in Asia and one of the busiest container ports in the world. Hong Kong's renowned rank as a main international port could be damaged in 2 ways. First, Taiwan and Singapore are rivals when it comes to Hong Kong by fixing their port facilities frequently. And secondly, a main section of Hong Kong's cargo handling is shipping of re-exports to and from China. Now, Hong Kong's telecommunication system and the U.S. telecommunication system are also very similar. Hong Kong's telecommunication system is superb, consisting of fixed line and cellular services. As of January 2010, there were over 4.1 million exchange lines. The telephone density was 101.6 lines per 100 households. The United States has a very vast telecommunication systems. Here in the U.S. we have landlines, we have cellular phones, we have many different ways to communicate. Hong Kong's telecommunication system and the U.S.'s telecommunication system are both very similar as well. The demographic population characteristics in Hong Kong, there is 7.1 million people there. And in the U.S., we have 310 million people. China is the biggest country in the world, and the U.S. is number 3. The age structure, from 0 to 14 years old, there's 11% Chinese people. From 15 to 64 years old, there's 74.8%. So from the age 15 to 64 years old, there's 75%, that makes up 75% of the population. And 65 years and older is 13.5% of the population. The average age in Hong Kong is 43 years old. And the sex ratio at birth is 1.075. Hong Kong, the culture and the ethnic groups, it's 95% Chinese, Filipino is 1.6%, Indonesian is 1.3%. And the religions, there's an eclectic mixture of local religions. 90%, it's just a different array of religions from Buddhism, and then you also have a small percentage of Hong Kong is Christianity. The politics and economics of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is one of the world's most competitive economic and commerce centers. It established a high degree of resilience during the worldwide economic calamity that was going on over there. For the 12th year in a row, Hong Kong has been Asia's second leading objective for foreign direct investment. Hong Kong's economic communication with China has become powerful and sophisticated, predominantly through supported financial associations. Now, as far as the tariffs in Hong Kong, Hong Kong's weighted standard tariff rate was 0% in 2009. Now I'm going to talk about the foreign investment in Hong Kong. There are 144 foreign companies to set up or increase business in Hong Kong during the first 6 months of 2005, on behalf of a strong 13.4% increase from the same period last year. According to the shareholders and investors, these developments that went on in Hong Kong led to the instantaneous formation of more than 1,421 jobs. Also, the same investors plan to create 3,000 more additional jobs within 1 year. Now I'm going to speak about step 4 in my cultural profile comparing to the U.S. Hong Kong's Gert Hofstede analysis has an LTO factor ranking of 96. This happens to be true actually for all Far East Asian cultures. This dimension points out a society's time viewpoint and an approach of persistence. The LTO is the lowest dimension for the United States at 29. So we have Hong Kong at 96 and the US at 29 when it comes to the LTO. The LTO ranking displays the society's belief in meeting its requirements, intends to echo an enjoyment for a cultural way of life. Hong Kong's power distance score is ranked 68 compared to other Far East Asian countries. The average for Far East Asian countries is 60. The ranking dimension for the United States in terms of power distance is 40 compared to Hong Kong's ranking. So we have Hong Kong at 68 and we have the United States at 40. Hong Kong's UAI dimension ranks at 29 compared to an average of 63 for Far East Asian countries as well. This is a low level of uncertainty avoidance, and it is the 4th lowest in the world. The low uncertainty avoidance ranking specifies a civilization that not only accepts uncertainty in opinions, but uses this strength in the case of Hong Kong to be a place where a variety of cultures and ideas can come together. The Gert Hofstede dimension for the U.S. for the U.S.'s UAI is ranked at 46, compared to the world average of 64. A low ranking in the uncertainty avoidance dimension is indicative of a society that doesn't have as many rules and does not try to have power over all conclusions and results. It also has a better level of broad-mindedness for a variety of thoughts, opinions, and viewpoints. Hong Kong has an individualism ranking of 25. This may be accredited in part to the long-term British rule of the Hong Kong and the authority of European traditions, which has an average individualism rank of 61. The high individualism ranking of the United States is 91. For the United States, this indicates that this is a society with a more personal or idiosyncratic attitude and comparatively loose connections with others. The population is more self-sufficient and looks out for themselves. As we here in the U.S., we know that people in the U.S., in a way, they're sort of selfish. And like I said, the population is more self-sufficient and looks out for themselves, family and close friends. Masculinity is a huge part of Hong Kong and the United States because both of them are ranking the same. I must add that the United States and Hong Kong, after extensive research in their business market, they're